자기를 쳐다보고 얘기해야 되나?
Okay.
So
So,
this is a camera.
yes,
So
this
I
is the
just
camera. Okay. So, thank you so much, everyone, for this adventurous program, and project. And I would like to know, first of all, where are you from? What's your name? And where do you apply, or where do you have your peace education program? Okay.
Thank you very much. So I'm Sunwon from South Korea.
Okay.
This is practically the first time since I attended IPRA 2003 in Korea. So it was the second time, but it's practically the first time, because in the first time I just attend day by day, so not the residential participant that
I
time.
see.
So
Okay.
I have been very strongly involved in peace education development in Korea. I'm working in the university, Hansin University, for last 35 years, and then retired in 2023. For many years, I am working as a peace education theory development in relation to the division of the nation in the Korean Peninsula. So because the division of the society impacted all the social divisions. So this is the main focal point of my peace education issues. So yeah.
Okay. And in your activity as a peace educator, what are the biggest challenge you face? Like, is it the people who come, or governmental things, or structural things? What are the challenges that you have to face?
Peace education in Korea is in particular in the school curriculum. We don't have any peace education as an independent subject. So peace education is normally related to certain subject, or sometimes in certain the school practice, school activities. So in then the peace education is interpreted as a very diverse way. So sometimes during the very authoritarian government, peace education is in practice is very difficult. So sometimes peace education is very anti-government activities sometimes, and very critical perspective. But the other way is peace education is most school teachers are very much concerned about their subject, teaching subject. So peace education sometimes it's not my thing. So I am the English teacher, or I'm a history teacher. So peace education, we just dealing with these peace education issues, but it's a very different way. So
It's
how?
not in the
Yeah,
framework.
yeah, yeah. So I think so. It's the peace education, peace pedagogy is very different. So I'm thinking as a peace education, the theory development is also very difficult for in our society, and also another one is peace pedagogy is also very difficult for us.
Okay. And also, I want to ask if the institutions are concerned about training teachers to be peace educators
Mm.
or not.
But we do not have any kind of peace education training for school teachers in particular. But this time, Incheon Metropolitan Office of Education, the superintendent is very keen to practice peace education. So this is the reason why we are all come here. So that time is we are very much interested in how to implement the attitude or the teaching method dealing with the peace education. So so now it's a little bit different from previous years.
Very nice. I agree that not only in your country, but in my country, in
And it's the
Brazil,
same, mostly the same.
it's the same. When we talk about peace
Mm.
education, they think we are like a hippie community.
Mm.
Like, oh, they don't really understand peace as as an active thing.
Mm,
It's mostly as a passive thing, like
mm,
you're not harming,
mm,
you're not in war, or you're not, it's so little information about peace.
mm,
Of course, this word has been used in different contexts,
mm,
but as peace educators, we need a long way to go.
yeah,
And not only in politics and
mm,
educational systems and everything,
mm,
but I think you are in the right community
mm.
because
So, yeah.
IPA is very good
So
place
this
to
is the reason
learn.
why I mostly work with UNESCO. So I'm
Yeah,
very lucky to work with UNESCO because, as you know, the peace education is a main theme for UNESCO to develop
yeah,
through the school and in the civil society. But also the UNESCO itself, also the peace education is not their main part. Some part, yeah, yeah. So sometimes UNESCO are very much concerned about education for sustainable development, and sometimes education for human rights, and sometimes education for multicultural education. So peace education sometimes is related to any subject,
yeah,
and sometimes it's nothing. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. So how to develop the authentic theme of peace education is our dilemma.
Yes, and also because the contexts are different.
Mm, mm,
So what you can do in your country is different than what I can do in my country because
mm,
people are different, cultures are different.
mm,
So peace education is a sort of a field that it's not one thing only.
mm,
And sometimes, I don't know if it's your opinion, we are going to share opinions, not statements, but um, even UNESCO or different institutions, they seem to want something that is fixed,
mm,
like sustainable development. Okay, you have to do this, this, and this. So you have something that is already
mm,
fixed,
mm,
not changeable. And it changes because if you are in a country where there is war, there is polarization, it's a different kind of peace education
mm,
that you need to apply,
mm,
you know. So it's very difficult to find one program that
mm,
can solve all our problems, let's say.
mm,
And maybe we have to create our
mm,
own methodology using the principles, but not expecting to find something more ready or more already developed in this field. But we're going to get there.
mhm.
Okay, thank you so
Okay, thank
much.
you. Yeah.
So please introduce yourself, say your name, and tell us about your peace education um, development and what do you want to um, apply or learn to apply in your country concerning peace education.
Yeah. My name is Chang. I work for the Incheon Metropolitan Office of Education in South Korea. Mm, my work focuses on uh, that help students learn about peace, democracy, and human rights, and citizenship. Yeah. Um, I work I work uh, for 20 years. I'm 20 years. I teach my students
Yeah.
history, and uh, and I think peace education is very important to my students' life. Uh, and mm,
Okay. What are the biggest challenges you find in implementing the peace education frameworks or activities, or what do you?
uh, I think uh, we we try to make framework in school. Yeah, I try to make this project uh, for many years, but that is very difficult to me, and I want to make this project with together. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest challenge for us is to kind of build a framework.
Build
A framework.
framework. Yeah.
Yes, because it's difficult from the different context and also what to put, you know. I've been doing that myself too. So I've been working with peace education for about 30 years, and only in the last 10 years I have been working with a framework. And now I am almost satisfied. I'm not completely,
Wow.
you know, but I have been trying to kind of have a script along the year, you know, what I want to introduce to my students, what kind of practices and how to manage, you know, the information that I want them to get, and also what is really necessary for their kind of ecological, political, and spiritual meaning of peace education, because there are so many dimensions, you know, and it's not related to any kind of subjects that are already present at school normally, you know. So it's just like when you arrive at the forest and you need to make a path, you have to clean it, you know, you have to build your own path because it's nothing is ready, you know. But
I agree.
thank you for your
Thank
contribution.
you.
Hello. So tell us a little bit about your work with peace education and what are the challenges that you face in this implementation.
My name is 성희홍.
Okay.
발음이 어려워서 이렇게 포비라는 이름으로.
Okay.
오케이. 저는 한국어로 in Korean.
Okay.
Translation. 저는 그 인천광역시교육청 난정평화교육원에서 교육운영 과장으로 근무하고 있습니다.
I'm working as a director at the Incheon Metropolitan City Office of Education, especially Nanjong Peace Institution.
교동이라는 그 접경 지역에 있는 지역에서 그 교동을 찾아오는 사람들에게 접경 지역의 아픔, 역사, 그리고 어떻게 그 평화 교육이 우리 삶에 필요한지에 대해서 평화 감수성을 키우기 위한 교육 프로그램을 운영하고 있습니다.
She's running a program about the peace education, especially the location is very important. As you know, South Korea has divided into two countries, especially the Nanjong institution is located in the middle of the border. So there has an importance about the location. And there she was making the program and developing the program on peace and how to combine together harmony and those kind of things to the students and the teachers.
Very nice.
학생과 시민 얘기했죠. 오케이. 제가 어려워하는 그 평화 교육에서의 어려운 점은 아직 평화는 무엇이고 평화 교육은 무엇을 다뤄야 되느냐에 대한 공감대가 형성되지 않은 게 어려움이라고 생각합니다.
She thinks the most challenging point is that among the people, among the citizens, and among the students and teachers, it's not we don't have any kind of backgrounds that what the peace is and what the peace education is. So that's the most of the she thinks the most important problem we face now.
특히 한국은 분단 국가이기 때문에 평화 교육을 통일 교육이라고 생각하는 사람들이 있습니다.
Especially we have a special situation like we have a divided countries, so people generally think that peace education is equal to the unification of the nation, which she thinks is not the same.
저는 초등학교에서 25년 정도 초등 교사를 했던 경험이 있습니다.
She was working as an elementary school teacher for 25 years before.
교사가 교실의 학급을 어떻게 운영하느냐에 따라 그 교실이 얼마나 평화로운지가 결정된다고 생각하기 때문에 당신이 말한 그 프레임워크라는 것이 얼마나 중요한지에 대해서 깊이 공감했습니다.
She really think that your idea is the basic one about the framework because she has an experience when she was a teacher. She strongly believe how the teacher acts and behave and have a kind of role on the piece and managing the classroom is important when the students have a kind of mindset on peace. So she agrees, strongly agree with you that the framework on peace education is really needed and important.
함께 일하는 평화 교육 교육자들도 평화 교육을 하는 사람들임에도 불구하고 생활 속에서는 평화를 실천하기 위해 노력하는 것과는 좀 분리된 생활을 하는 것들을 많이 보아왔습니다.
And she was quite observed a lot of things that even the peace educators have, because they have a kind of professional knowledge and they have a professional work, but in their real lives, she found out that it's not peace related things. She found out those kind of things.
평화 교육은 단순히 지식이 아니라 사고하는 방식과 그거 생활에 임하는 태도가 중요하다고 생각하는데 그런 점에서 교사가 어떻게 학급을 운영하고 수업을 전개해야 되는지에 대한 프레임워크를 만들고 싶다는 생각이 들었습니다.
On that point, she strongly believed that why the teachers have the innate behaviors and innate, habitual things on peace education. That's why she believed that the framework is needed because the peace itself is innate in the nature. Yeah, so that's why she's strongly believed that.
I'm going to make an extra question because it's related to what I do and it could be for all of you. Do you think it's possible to be a peace educator if you don't have a peace of mind of your own?
믿어야 된다고?
마음의 평화 없이도 피스 에듀케이터가 될 수 있다고 생각하시나요? 마음의 평화가 없으면.
나한테 그게 먼저 내 마음의 평화?
네. 그게 없이도 피스 에듀케이터가 될 수 있다고 생각하시나요?
우선 조건이라고 생각해요. 내 마음의 평화가.
She thinks that she strongly believes that peace on mind is the first thing to go as a peace educator.
Yeah, I agree completely. Because when I started with meditation and contemplation practice, so the students can have the feeling of inner peace.
Yeah.
Because
이해하신다고.
we understand peace sometimes as something outside, and if you don't have that experience, it's useless, and in my experience, when they realize that peace it's also a state of mind, not only related to relationships. That's why I put in my program, me with myself. I need to be in peace, or at least have this strategy to find this inner peace. And then we move to the relationships and to the planet.
내적인 평화가 먼저 돼야 사람과의 관계를 다지는 평화로 갈 수 있다라고 생각하시나요?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Without that, it's going to be just another subject.
Yeah, that's what you pointed out.
Yeah.
This is not a knowledge, but it's a kind of mindset.
It's
and
an
feelings,
experience.
Experience.
Yes, very nice. Thank you.
And okay, my name is MJ from IEGI, which is East Asia Global Education Institute from Intermetropolitan City Office of Education. And mainly my job, I'm a supervisor at the IMOE, and mainly I'm do student and teachers international exchange program. And I'm here to help the other people on to help the IIPE will be held in year 2020, hopefully in Incheon. But one thing that I really on PC education is that this year, our Incheon superintendent, he has a kind of a number one policy. Number one policy says that coexistence and peace is the most important thing in the AI era. So when we're doing the cultural exchanges with the other, the international students and teachers, mostly the theme is that coexistence and peace.
That's
This
wonderful.
year's, yes, yeah, this
Yes,
year's one.
I think that it's going to be a wonderful opportunity for all of us to change and exchange tips, you know, because even we are different countries, different realities, human beings are the same. We have the same feelings, this sadness or happiness or the goals that we want, not only to coexist but to appreciate the difference,
Yeah.
so I think we are going to have a wonderful time. And I thank you very much for all of you to give this interview. We can hear all the laughter in the back because this is a very happy community, but that's where it starts, you know?
Yeah,
So,
this is
I mean,
Sure.
that's where we should be going now.
Right.
But it's wonderful. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.